Plumbers pay or HVAC pay? Which one rules in 2026?
Actually, don't tell me. Okay, just tell me real quick.
This question comes up constantly. Two of the most in-demand trades in the country going head-to-head. And the answer? It's not what most people expect. I've spent 30 years in the construction at every level. Union work, project management, UAW inspector, these skills have made my life great. I've watched both trades from the inside. Today, I'm settling this debate with real numbers and no fluff. Stick around because the winner might surprise you. Welcome back to JV Charles TV. Subscribe if you want straight talk on skilled trades careers. I don't waste your time with vague answers. And here's why this comparison matters on HVAC and plumbing. If you're considering either one of these trades, you need to know exactly what you're signing up for financially. Not ballpark figures, not both pay well, actual numbers at every single stage. We're comparing plumber's pay versus HVAC pay at 4 levels: apprentice, journeyman, master, or senior tech, and business ownership. Then we're looking at those factors that could push one ahead of the other depending on your situation. And by the end of this video, the hope is you will know exactly which trade fits your financial goals. So let's get into it. Round 1, apprentice level. This is where most people start and where the first financial decision gets made. Plumbers pay at the apprentice level. Year 1 plumbing apprentice, $15 to $19 an hour. Annual earnings are $31,000 to $39,500 base. With regular overtime, you're talking about $35,000 to $46,000. Year 2 to 3 of plumbing apprentice, $19 to $27 per hour. Annual with overtime, $42,000 to $58,000. HVAC pay at the apprentice level. Year 1 HVAC apprentice, $15 to $18 an hour. The annual earnings, $31,000 to $37,000 base. With overtime, $34,000 to $44,000 base. In year 2 to 3 HVAC apprentice, $18 to $25 an hour. $18 to $25 per hour annual, and with overtime, $40,000 to $55,000. So the verdict for round 1, at the apprentice level, plumbers pay edges out HVAC pay by about $2,000 to $4,000 annually. Why? Because plumbing apprentices tend to get more overtime early on because emergency plumbing calls happen 24/7. A burst pipe at 2 a.m. doesn't wait. That after hours work adds up fast. Now HVAC apprentices get good hours too, especially during peak seasons, but the emergency call volume isn't quite the same in year 1. That said, the gap at this level is very small. We're not talking about life-changing difference. The real separation happens as you move up in these trades. Both trades pay you to learn. While your college friends rack up massive debt, you're building skills and a paycheck at the same time. That's the bigger story at this stage. Now let's talk about round 2, the journeyman level. This is where both trades, they start to get a little serious. Plumbers pay as a journeyman, you're talking about journeyman plumbers typically hitting their stride between years 4 and 7. The hourly range, $26 to $42 per hour, depending on the market and union status. $26 an hour is $54,000 a year. $32 an hour is $66,000 a year, and $38 an hour is $79,000 a year. Now, if you're up to $42 an hour at certain areas, you're talking about $87,000 per year. And consistent overtime to those numbers, $26 base is $65,000. $42 base is $100,000 to $112,000 total, so you can see the differences there. Now, union journeyman plumbers in major markets, the total compensation package is hitting $95,000 to $120,000 when you factor in benefits. And remember, this is at the journeyman level. Now, HVAC pay as a journeyman, journey HVAC technicians at the same experience level as we just talked about for plumbers, your hourly range is around $24 to $38 per hour. $24 an hour equals $49,000 a year, and $35 an hour is around $72,000 a year. $38 an hour is about $79,000 a year, so you can see the difference there. So with overtime and seasonal demand, let's add a little bit more. The 24-hour base is $58,000, but $68,000 total with overtime. And a $38 base is $88,000. With overtime, you're talking about $100,000 a year total. The HVAC wild card. Let's mention this real quick. Here's what makes HVAC pay interesting at this level. It's seasonal spikes. Summer in Phoenix, for instance, HVAC techs are working 60 to 70 hours a week. Air conditioner goes down in July, that homeowner is calling anyone who picks up the phone. How about a winter in Chicago, for instance, or in the Midwest? The furnace emergencies drive the same kind of overtime surge. So a motivated journeyman HVAC tech during peak season can pull 6 to 8 weeks of massive overtime that pushes this annual pay well past their base rate. So what's the verdict? Plumbers pay still holds a slight edge at the journeyman level, roughly $3,000 to $8,000 more annually on average. But a high-performing HVAC tech in hot climate can close that gap quick with seasonal overtime. Round 3, senior technician and master license level. This is where both trades diverge and certifications start changing the math on plumbers pay and HVAC pay significantly. A senior HVAC tech with 8 to 12 years of experience and multiple certifications, he's making about $38 to $55 per hour base, $79,000 to $114,000 annually, or $90,000 to $135,000 plus with overtime and bonuses. The certifications that increase HVAC pay, you're talking about the EPA 608 Universal Certification. It's a required baseline. The NATE certification, it adds $4 to $8 an hour in most markets, and commercial refrigeration. That adds $6 to $12 per hour. Building automation and controls, another certification, that adds $8 to $15 per hour. A fully certified senior HVAC tech specializing in commercial building systems, you're looking at $110 to $140 in total with compensation. That's doctor money without medical school debt. Now, let's talk about the master plumber's pay at the senior level. A licensed master plumber with 8 to 12 years, $38 to $15 an hour. That's $79,000 to $108,000 annually, $92,000 to $145,000 with overtime. The certifications that boost plumbers pay are the master plumber license. That's a foundational jump in pay. How about backflow prevention? That adds $2 to $4 per hour. And we've got medical gas certification. That adds $6 to $10 per hour. And industrial plumbing usually adds $8 to $12 an hour. And how about high-rise commercial? That adds $5 to $8 per hour. A master plumber specialized in medical gas systems working on hospital projects, you're talking about $130 to $155,000 with total compensation. It's rarely talked about, but it's absolutely real. Quick note here, because this comes up a lot of experienced trade people at this level who want to move into higher paid commercial work or start managing products are using online platforms to fill in the gaps on the business and management side. Course Careers has training specifically for construction management and estimating. It helps tradespeople understand contracts and bidding and scheduling, the stuff that gets you into bigger commercial jobs. I'm an affiliate, so I earn a commission if you sign up through my link, but it's also got a free intro course if you just want to check it out first. The link's down in the description. Okay, so what's the verdict? This round is genuinely a draw. Both senior HVAC pay and senior plumbers pay land in the same $90,000 to $140,000 range, depending on specialization and market. The trade that wins this round is whichever one you specialize in smartly. Round 4, business ownership, where plumbers pay and HVAC pay go from great to life-changing. Plumbing business owner earnings, solo operation, you're talking about $85,000 to $160,000. Now, if you've got a small crew of 3 to 6 employees, you're talking about $150,000 to $280,000. In mid-size operations, 8 to 15 employees, $250,000 to $500,000, even more. In large companies, you're talking about $500,000 to $1 million plus. This is achievable. What drives plumbers' pay as a business owner is emergency service work. A clogged sewer at 10 p.m. is $300 to $500 minimum. A water main break is $1,500 to $4,000. These aren't optional calls for homeowners. Plumbers can charge premium rates for emergency work because people need it fixed tonight, not tomorrow. Now let's talk about the HVAC business owner earnings. A solo operation, you're looking at $80,000 to $140,000. Small crew with 3 to 6 employees, $130,000 to $250,000. And mid-size operation with 8 to 15 employees, $220,000 to $400,000 per year. A large company, 15 plus employees, $350,000 to over $1 million plus a year. And what drives HVAC pay as a business owner? Service contracts. This is HVAC's secret weapon. Smart HVAC business owners sell annual maintenance contracts, $150 to $300 per unit per year. Sign up 500 residential customers, that's $75,000 to $150,000 in guaranteed recurring revenue before you do a single repair call. That predictable income stream is something plumbing businesses rarely have. And here's the honest business comparison. Plumbing business earns more per job. Emergency rates are higher and ticket sizes are bigger, but HVAC business earns more consistency. Service contracts create predictable monthly income and easier to scale because you can forecast your revenue. So both trades can build million-dollar businesses. Plumbing wins on per-job revenue, HVAC wins on predictability and scalability. Call this one a draw with different personalities winning on each side. Okay, so the scoreboard has plumbing winning rounds 1 and 2 and both trades tying rounds 3 and 4. But here are the factors that should actually determine your choice between these two career paths. Choose plumbing if you want higher emergency call rates and bigger per job tickets. If you prefer working in varied environments like residential, commercial, underground, high-rise, Plumbers Pay rewards versatility. You eventually want to own a business built on premium service work. You don't mind occasional confined spaces and less climate-controlled work environments. On the flip side, choose HVAC if you want seasonal flexibility that can spike your income during peak demand. You're interested in smart home technology and building automation. HVAC is deeply tied to where this industry is heading. You prefer work that leans more diagnostic and technical versus physical labor intensity. You want to build a business with predictable, recurring revenue through service contracts. And let's talk about the market factor. Where you live changes the map dramatically on both Plumbers Pay and HVAC pay. Hot, humid climates like Texas, Florida, and Arizona, HVAC demand is relentless and HVAC pay spikes. Older cities with aging infrastructure like Chicago, New York, and Philly, plumbing work never stops. Plumber pay surges. Research your market before you commit to either trade. And honestly, neither trade is a bad choice. The worst decision you can make is picking one and then quitting because it got hard in year 2. Tradespeople making $100,000 to $200,000 a year stayed in their lane, got their licenses, and kept grinding. Both Plumbers Pay and HVAC Pay reward that commitment, period. So who rules in 2026, Plumbers Pay or HVAC Pay? Honestly, the one you commit to. But if you're just getting started and you want to build a strong foundation before jumping into either apprenticeship, whether it's plumbing or HVAC, check out the free intro course at Course Careers. You can test drive both trades before spending a dime and learn the basic terminology and systems and walk into your first apprenticeship interview actually knowing what you're talking about. That kind of preparation separates you from every other candidate who showed up cold. The link is in the description. And guys, if you got some value from this video, subscribe to JV Charles TV for more breakdowns like this one. I'm dropping real numbers on skilled trades pay every single week. Drop a comment. Are you Team Plumber or Team HVAC? And what market are you in? I want to see where everyone's landing on this. I'm JV Charles. Both trades are winning in 2026. The real question is, which one are you going to master? Thanks for watching, guys. Now go out there and build.